everybody. We are so excited today. This is kind of a spontaneous, fun little podcast that I wanted to record today because we just got all of this big news out of the TCAs, which is a television conference, whatever, where they have a big party and they make all these announcements for Hallmark. And they have 2 a year. One in the summer, one in the winter. They just had the latest one on Saturday. We got a ton of news, and it seemed like we wanted to talk about it. And so I'm Rachel, and I'm joined by my friend Kaycee here to talk about all this fun news.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for thank you so much for coming and talking about this. It was a pretty big night, pretty exciting, right?
Yeah, it was huge. I was not expecting all of that to come out.
No, either was I. It was kind of like, because we were supposed to be watching the movie. I'm watching The Story of Us, which was a very sweet little movie. And it was like, my Twitter was just going insane. Okay, maybe I should watch this. I almost feel like I need to watch it a second time because I was so, I'm getting interrupted by all these exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching The Story of Us too, and I kept pausing it because I'd see things on Twitter, and I like seeing the Facebook Lives and stuff, so I'd pause it and I watch Facebook Live to see if I could see anybody and I like their outfits, like the ladies.
Yeah, that's
so
fun.
That's why I watch the Facebook Lives, because I'm like, okay, what's Aaron Kraker wearing this year? So, and then everything just blew up, and I really I feel bad. The Story of Us, I will watch you again. I promise. Yeah. You were a good movie. I just don't remember half the details.
I'm exactly the same. Poor thing. We will. I will make sure I give it its full due. But it was pretty exciting. So we're just going to talk about all this news and give our sort of initial thoughts. And if you want to put in the comment section or on Twitter, give us your thoughts. I mean, the Twitter exploded anyway, but if you want to share, we'd love that as well. All right. The first news, we'll just talk about the most exciting one of all first, is that we are going to get a new Postables movie. All of that, like fasting and prayer and like daily devotionals, has paid off. We are getting a new movie. How excited are you about this?
Oh my word. I'm so excited. Y'all have no idea. So let me tell you the story. It's quite funny. So of course, The Story of Us, it has ended at this point for me. And my husband came out of the other room because he's studying for a class that he's taking. And we were talking, and I was just like, refreshing Twitter. And all of a sudden I saw, I think it was Amanda, who runs the Facebook Postables group, post that they were renewed. And I, no joke, popped out of the couch squealing ridiculously. And my husband's like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, I couldn't get the words out because I was so excited. And I was like, it's renewed. They're coming back. And he's like, what's coming back? And I'm like, signed, sealed, delivered. He was like, that's great. What is wrong with you? And I started laughing hysterically, which made me cry, because when I laugh really hard, I just start crying for no reason, like I am now. Like absolute hysteria. Because honestly, and then later we were talking about it today, and he's like, you were doing the Fat Monica dance last night. And I was just so happy.
That was so funny.
But honestly, I thought they were just gonna say, hey, we've decided that they've had a good run and it's over. Like, I thought they were just gonna announce that it had been canceled. And I mean, while that would have been really sad, at least we were left on a high note. You knew that Shane and Oliver are going to get married. Rita and Norman got married, and they had a very touching ending. So I wouldn't have been like angry, about it, like other shows that have left you just cliffhang, like you're
Yeah.
just whatever.
Yeah, it's no Christy.
So
Do you ever watch
yeah,
Christy?
yeah, I did
Oh,
a long time ago.
it made me so
Ooh,
mad. I was like,
I
why?
know,
We don't know who she picked. What? No.
right?
I had to watch the terrible made-for-TV movie just to see how it all ended.
Right. Or Anne of Green, yeah. Or
Yeah.
like my other one that frustrates me is Anne of Green Gables.
Uh-huh.
Now I was not alive when the 1987 version came out,
Uh-huh.
but there was such a gap between the second movie and the third movie, and then the third movie you have a 2-minute wedding, and for these people who waited 13 years to watch it, it's
The
like
third movie is
you feel
so
so
bad.
gypped, and
Oh
it's so
yeah.
bad anyways,
Ooh,
but we won't get into
I
that.
pretend like it doesn't exist. But yeah, that's a good example. Uh
Yeah.
yeah, I was really surprised because especially because I felt like the ending you had like all these people that had been in at the wedding had been in previous
Hmm.
episodes. So it felt kind of like a reunion kind of a thing. You had them toasting each
Yeah.
other at the end. It just felt like
Yeah.
so many things felt like
Yeah.
this was going to be the end.
Yeah.
So
They had so many little nuggets in that movie too,
yeah.
like alluding to the
Mm.
past movies, like when Shane's telling Oliver, "Remember to vote diagonal." That's a throwback to one of
Yeah.
the things, or she mentions to the lady, find your higher ground. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
seemed like an ending, but
But I'm
I was
thrilled. I
so
mean,
happy.
yeah, I'm thrilled. Way to go. I am thrilled to see, what they'll come up with. I'm sure it'll be really great. I don't have Hallmark drama right now, but hopefully Xfinity can get it together and we can get it. But I'm sure I'll find some way to watch it. I don't know, somehow I'll watch it. And
Yeah,
so yeah, that's very, very exciting. I'm thrilled for all the postables. And yeah, we'll it'd be interesting to know how much that did make a difference, all of the all of
hmm
that, or if I would be curious to know if they really did kind of plan on it being the end and then all of this made a difference,
hmm
or if they were just, you know, I don't know if it
yeah.
really didn't.
I'd
It'd
be
be
curious too.
yeah, so we will see. And yeah, so the other big news of the night is we get the fourth season of Chesapeake Shores. You were one of my co-hosts on Chesapeake Chats. And so fourth season, it's kind of weird though,
Yeah.
because it's only going to be a 6-episode season, which is sort of weird. I mean, that's not very, I mean, it seems like,
It's not a whole lot.
is that even worth it? Like for all of the talent and all the stuff to get together, I guess so. And they are going to be having a Three Sisters kind of spin-off movie in Rome about Bree and um, Abby. And the youngest one, all of a sudden, my brain, sorry, it's
Jess.
been a long week. Jess. I was going to say Lacey. I'm like, that's
Jess.
the actress. What's wrong with me? Anyway, going to Rome for some kind of wedding or something. And how do you feel about all this?
I was really surprised about the movie.
Yeah.
Um, like a Three Sisters spinoff. I think it'd be fine. We don't see a lot of sister movies. A lot of times it's romantic.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that could have a good potential for like girlfriends or sisters to watch together or whatever. I kind of wonder, are they going to go do it in Rome? Because I know they just filmed a movie in Belgium, so I don't know. Do you think
Well,
they'll?
and they are filming another movie in Rome that I know that Julie Sherman Wolfe has been working on one that's going to be in Rome. So I don't know if they'll do both at the same time or what the story is with all that. But yeah.
Interesting.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I
Hmm.
mean, I like the idea of I'm probably more excited about the movie than I am about the renewal because I feel like the Three Sisters kind of separated out uh will be fun, and I kind of like the show better when it's just sort of lighter, and I don't know, because I'm not very satisfied with the way they handle conflict and drama, and so like it's less
Yeah.
frustrating for me when it's just kind of light and fluffy. Like my favorite parts of season 3 were sort of the Cinderella moments, the 16 candle moments, those kind of things with
Hmm.
with Jess, and that was the most fun and most enjoyable. And it's no big secret that I was not a fan of season 3. I struggled. And I think, I mean, we will have to have some discussions, but my guess is what I think I'm going to want to do uh, for the podcast is to, because I've been doing for my other channel, my other podcast, I've been doing Star Trek Discovery and Doctor Who, but we do our episode every 2 weeks instead of every week. And so you cover 2 episodes in one podcast, and that has been working so well. And I think that is probably what I think I want to do for Chesapeake Shores. I just think it'll be a better experience, but we'll see. Who knows? It's still a long way coming out, but I was excited for the fans and for all the talented people that have jobs.
Yeah.
I was glad for them.
Yes.
To get that.
Yes. I am very curious to know. Yeah. I'm just curious to know what they'll do for season 4. I'm very curious.
Yeah, especially in only
I
6
kind of hope
episodes.
that they just put Douglas and Abby. Yeah, in 6 episodes too. But I hope they put Abby and Douglas together, and
Yeah, I think
that
that's
Trace
highly
and
unlikely,
Lee
but
have a relationship, because that would be fun.
Mhm.
something to shake it up. And then the other thing I was thinking of too, because it's 6 episodes, so I know for When Calls the Heart, they sometimes count the Christmas movie as the first 2 episodes. So then they say it's really 12 hours. So I kind of wonder if they're going to make the sister movie the first 2 hours, then they have the next 6 hours for the film, for the series,
So it'd be 8
and then
total.
if maybe they're going to do like an O'Brien Christmas movie for the last 2 hours to make it 10.
Mm-hmm. You could see that.
I mean, isn't there a Chesapeake Shores Christmas book that the author had written? I thought there was.
Probably.
So,
yeah. What they should
I don't
do
know.
is they should refocus the show all around Connor and his goings on.
Yeah.
Because he's by far the best character in the show. And and have like a 6-episode arc of Connor trying to, like, I don't know, I don't even care what it is they try to do. Get rid of, I forget that girl, but get rid of the girl, get him a new girl.
Danielle, yes.
Yeah,
get him a new girl. Yeah.
And that'll be great. That'll be perfect. He can go up against some kind of environmental
Danielle.
yeah, in his job. It'll be great. And so anyway, there you go. That's very exciting for all involved with that. So then another kind of weird news that they had is that they're adding a new season, Countdown to Summer, in May with 3 movies. And the thing that's strange about this is that in the press release, they about Countdown to Summer, they have listed, and they say it's joining Spring Fever, Countdown to Valentine's, Winter Fest, and of course Countdown to Christmas, Fall Harvest, but they don't include Summer Nights in the press release, which is strange. And so I don't know if they're going to change Summer Nights to something different, or if it's still Summer Nights. I have no idea.
I just forgot.
Anyway, but yeah, so we're gonna get 3, because May's always been this weird time of like kind of grab back of movies.
Yeah, they had some random movies in May last year. For sure.
Because they had Royally Ever After, which was obviously to coincide with the wedding, and and I don't remember what else. The year before,
The Beach House.
Oh yeah, was that? Yeah. And then in the year before, they had All for Love on Memorial Day, because it had like the army kind of plot thing. I don't know what else. But anyway, so now, because they're going to have, we knew this going into it, but we knew that they were going to have a new movie every single Saturday. And they supposedly, I've heard 110, I've heard 103 movies for 2019. So either way, it's going to be a lot. And but yeah, so every single, so because they May was kind of the weird one because there's really not like a good holiday in May for the folks around, but they decided countdown to summer, so that should be interesting.
Yeah, I kind of wonder what storylines they'll do. I mean, like going on vacation. I don't know. I just feel like the Pearl in Paradise and Love at Sea. Like I feel like those were good August movies because like vacation-y and stuff. But like May, I don't know. I don't know. It'll be weird.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting.
I mean, if you had some way to sort of, the only people I feel like are counting down to summer are kids, teachers,
kids.
Right? So if you had some way to kind of involve school of some way or a teacher, I feel like that would work, but who knows? We'll see what they say, what they do. Anyway, so then we had The Good Witch season 5. We knew it had been greenlit. It's already been filmed, but we got premiere date of May 5th. So that seems like a little later than last year, but I don't know that as a fact. But anyway, so May 5th, that will be really fun. And then another big news is we got our first announcement of a Hallmark Publishing novel is going to be turned into a movie by Hallmark. The Christmas Company, by our very good friend Elise Myers. We interviewed her, and I am really thrilled for her. Very excited.
Yes, I am so excited. That was the other one that I got really, really excited about because I read the book and I was like, oh, this is gonna be a Hallmark movie next year. I am so sure of it. It had it was definitely the recipe for a perfect Hallmark Christmas movie.
Yeah.
So I was so excited, especially when that's your first book.
Yeah.
And it becomes a movie in the next year. That's goals.
Yeah, Elise Murray. What am I saying, Myers? Anyway, Elise Murray. She is great, and it was a really well-written book. Like, it wasn't just a kind of a, I thought the characters were really well developed, and I think I'm excited to see. I felt like there was some depth to them that maybe you don't get in every Hallmark movie. So I'm really interested to see kind of how they adapt it, and I'm really curious about who they're going to cast. That'll be really fun to see.
Oh yes,
yes. So I'm really thrilled for her. That's really exciting, and so it'll be interesting to see if we get more announcements like that. Some of these other novels that have come out, because hers was one of the first that was original. There was one I think before her. So yeah, so that was very cool. And we also found out that Andrew Walker and Bethany Joy Lentz are going to be in a spring movie called Message in a Bottle. So what's not to like about that? That's going to be good.
Sounds very Nicholas Sparks-ish.
That's true. That movie was terrible. So I hope it's not like Message in a Bottle. Nicholas Sparks. All right. So yes,
Hallmarkies don't have to fear anymore because I know everyone is flipping out that Andrew Walker had disappeared.
Yeah, that's true.
Over the last 6 months from Hallmark. So we get him back. Yay.
But I'm hopeful because, to be completely honest, I have not liked his last couple pictures all that much. So I'm hopeful to kind of get a return to one that I really, really love because he's so great. So yeah. So we did get also an announcement about Christmas movies every Friday. We kind of knew about that to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Countdown to Christmas. So that's going to be fun. We found out that the new spinoff show, When Hope Calls, will start in August 2019. Are you excited for that as a Hardy?
Yeah, I am excited about that. I really enjoyed the sister storyline in
Mhm.
the Christmas movie. I wasn't sure if I would, to be quite honest, but I thought they were very charming and endearing, and
Mhm.
they had a good balance in their chemistry too, because the one sister is
Yeah.
more demure and quiet, and the other one is, you know, a little more bubbly. So
Well,
it'll be interesting to see.
and those little kids, I mean,
Oh yeah,
were so cute. I forget
uh,
her name, but that little one was adorable. And if they don't have Henry Gowan guest starring in at least one episode so that he can read to her, I will be so disappointed because
I
that was
know
so cute. Uh
that was
so
precious.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be really good. It'll be fun. Then we have the Christmas song is a first. It's the first of 2019 Christmas movies to be started filming. With Kristen Chenoweth, who I adore and love, and Scott Wolf back from Party of 5 Days. Good, woohoo! And then there's also another movie that is in development, I guess, called Christmas Love Song, which is written by Julie Sherman Wolf. So I'm guessing they're going to change one of those names. They can't have both.
Right.
But that's are you excited to have Kristen Chenoweth in the Hallmark family?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
love her. She was in Wicked,
Yes.
and that was my favorite musical, and I just love her. And she was also in the 90s version of Annie too, which is also very fun.
Yeah, and she's in the 12 Men of Christmas over on Lifetime, which I love. So, even though that's steamier than Hallmark, but I love it. Okay, so a few more things. We did find out that the 3 Aurora Tea Garden movies that are filming now, they will not air until September, and then they're because last year they had them kind of spread
Mhm.
out over
Yeah.
the course of the year. This year they're doing a kind of marathon, and they will be in September, all 3. So there you go. And there's a new idea that they're calling signature mysteries, and this will be each Sunday. There will be, I don't think it's necessarily like the Saturday thing where they won't miss any, but
Mhm.
for the most part, every Sunday we will have a signature mystery, is what they're calling them. So that's kind of fun. My only disappointment is there was no talk at all of a new Daro and Daro, and I didn't even see any of the cast there except for Wendy Malick.
Mhm.
And so I'm guessing I don't know if we're gonna get any more, which makes me sad. But
Yeah. That was a good
it
series
was
too.
so good, and the last one did really bad ratings. So, it because most of the Hallmark Movies and Mysteries show have like 1.5 ratings, between 1.25 and 1.5, and the last Daro and Daro had 0.78. So I don't know what
Mm,
it was because I thought it was really good. I liked it, but I'm guessing we're not going to get any more because I'm sure it's not a super cheap show to make
right.
with that cast. But so that's a bummer. But we'll see. Who knows?
They
Maybe we'll
should
be
just
surprised.
they should move it over to Hallmark Drama.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, and then you have a new deal with Blake Shelton for a new movie in 2019 because we all loved the Time for Me to Come Home for Christmas. I mean, it was interesting because it was the week that you were on the podcast, and I didn't really like
Mhm.
any of the movies that weekend. I was Mrs. Grumpy Pants. But this was the one I actually liked the most out of those 4 movies, um, because I kind of liked all the little stops along the way more than the main plot. But I've learned that I was in the minority. Most people, it seems like, did not like that movie, and so I was maybe even a little surprised. But yeah, there you go. Are you excited to have a new Blake Shelton movie?
Okay, so like the Time for Me to Come Home for Christmas, first of all, longest title ever. Second of all, it was okay. I liked Welcome to
Yeah.
Christmas more,
Uh-huh.
but it was okay. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens with this next one.
Do you agree with me that sort of the stops along the way were the best part? The whole
for
plot
sure.
with the candy bars was phenomenally stupid. But
Yeah, the stops along the way made it
the
decent
roamers.
enough.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Whatever. We'll figure it'll be interesting to see what happens with that one. We did get renewals on Garage Sale Mysteries, Aurora Tea Garden, Haley Dean, and Morning Show Mysteries. They'll all be part of the signature mysteries. And the new series, the Crosswords, coming next month. We have Picture Perfect, which is going to have the Vegas, which I was kind of maybe a little surprised because, she's pregnant. So I don't know if that's going to be a challenge at all to film Lowe's.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know. She is newly pregnant too, so maybe they'll film like soon.
I mean, I guess why you could have a pregnant woman being a sleuth. There's nothing, no reason why. But I don't know if they're actually a married couple in the series. I have no idea. But anyway, yeah. So that was announced, and there was also a little bit of talk about the Matchmaker series mysteries, which was announced last year. This wasn't an official press release, but it was just in the comments and different things that people were making, which is, I guess, written by Patty Stanger from television. She's the $1 million Matchmaker, and it's supposed to star Danica McKellar. So evidently that's still happening. And also, my friend Sherry found this. There was this picture of Jack Wagner and Josie Passett, and one of the people in attendance, or might be in attendance, or whatever, said that she can't wait. She's so excited for Wedding March 5. and according to Sherry, she says that it wasn't if it will happen, it's that it will happen. So she thinks that they probably announced it, but it just wasn't an official press release at the party. But who knows? We don't know about that. That's speculation. But we can all
much speculation.
We can all speculate about Wedding March 5.
Okay, my predictions: Wedding March 5. They're going to still be in the inn, and this time they're going to be arguing over getting a dog. And then they're going to get a dog, and then they're going to figure out how to raise it together as parents as a way to raise their daughters. And they are going to have trouble finding their parenting ways, and maybe they'll separate. But then no, the dog will bring a little ring, and then they'll get engaged. But that's going to happen in Wedding March 6.
Yeah, they're going to lose their promise rings. And it's going to be
in the lake
crisis. Yeah, in the lake. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that'll be really fun because those movies are bonkers. But but we did find out that the Hallmark Channel is the highest rated, most watched cable network for the entire fourth quarter of 2018 among women 18 to 49, women 25 to 54. So basically, they're the number one in women. Women love Hallmark, which is great. In addition to crushing the cable competition, Hallmark Channel outperformed the broadcast networks on Saturday nights, delivering more women 25 to 54 than ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox in the 8 to 10 p.m. time period throughout the 9-week countdown to Christmas. Network also beat all of the cable and broadcast among women 25 to 54 every Saturday night in the same 2-hour time slot for the entire fourth quarter. So That's pretty impressive.
That is very impressive.
Yes. So there you go. They are doing an amazing job, and they certainly know their audience very well. So a lot of exciting news. I think the Postables announcement is probably the most exciting for all of us. But so we'll have to see what happens. It's going to be fun. Yep. I'm very curious to see castings and see if things develop. And so thanks for coming on and talking about all this news. I really appreciate it. It was fun.
Thanks for having me. It was definitely a lot of fun.
So how can people find you, your blog, and all that fun stuff?
You can find me on Twitter, and it has all my info, my blog info over there at Hallmark My Word.
Great. And you can find me at Rachel's Reviews on iTunes and on YouTube, all over social media. So check that out. I do family movie night reviews every Monday. So it's a lot of fun. And make sure you're following the podcast at Hallmarkies Pod all over social media. And if you're listening on iTunes, if you can give us a rating and a review, we really appreciate it. If you're listening on YouTube, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate that. So thanks so much. And let us know in the comments or on Twitter what excites you the most. What are you the most curious about? What surprises you the most, maybe? Let us know, and that will be really fun. So thanks so much, and we will talk to you all later. Bye.
Bye.